What's good? This your boy Dre. Welcome to the Scent Code, where I give you the code to your next fragrance. On today's episode, we're going to be exploring a fairly new fragrance house that was launched in 2014 by former American model, real estate developer, Christian Pekovich. He has a really nice company that resides in the Dallas, Texas area that is by the house of Argos, and that is Adonis Awakens. You look at the presentation, very nice, elegant presentation on the bottle. You look at the artwork. The artwork was done by the late John Waterhouse, which was, he focused a lot on Roman Greek mythology. So when you look at the top of the bottle, you have a jewel there. When it comes to fragrances, you usually have designer and niche. Designer is usually your more mass appealing fragrances. Those houses like Louis Vuitton and other brands, they focus on making fragrances in other things like shoes and clothes, where niche brands, they just focus strictly on fragrances and fragrance only. So you saw the presentation on the bottle. Let's talk about the box. When you purchase Argos, you will have really nice artwork by John Waterhouse here. For each fragrance, you will have different artwork representing that particular fragrance. After you open this box, you will have another box with the Argos logo. Depending on what fragrance you get, the color of the box may vary. It may be a different color. When you open the box, the fragrance is housed in the inside of the box here, and you have the story of that particular fragrance with your note breakdown at the bottom. In the fragrance community, you have what you call notes. Notes are the particular ingredients that make up that fragrance. You have your top notes. That's the initial blast you get when you spray the fragrance. Then you have the middle notes. That's after the fragrance has been on your skin for a few hours. And then you have your base notes. That's the last tail end of the life of the fragrance. So with that being said, for your top notes, you have grapefruit, bergamot, and pink pepper. For your middle notes, you have raspberry, Bulgarian rose, vanilla, jasmine, and chestnut. And for your base notes, you have rose, cashmere, and sandalwood. This fragrance is a rose-driven fragrance. I was a little apprehensive on getting this at first because I didn't want it to lean a little too feminine. But reading the note breakdown, it really intrigued me to blind buy this, which I don't recommend, but good thing in my favor, it turned out great. I have no regrets. Let's talk about what this fragrance smells like. You look at the atomizer, just amazing scent distribution. Man, that smells great. I mean, out of my whole fragrance collection, nice pressurized atomizer. This is the best atomizer at the current moment that I own. You just get so much fragrance off of one spray. I'm picking up that grapefruit, I'm picking up that rose, but it's still, this is a unisex fragrance, so male or female can wear it. But I would actually say this fragrance, in my opinion, leans a little bit on the masculine end. Surprisingly, with the rose, it's just blended really nice with the raspberry, the vanilla. It's just equally blended to the standpoint where you literally can smell pretty much every note breakdown in that fragrance. This is a masterpiece. I don't use that word very lightly. There's a lot of fragrances I love. There's a lot of fragrances that I'm a big fan of. There's some fragrances I bought so much after I ran out, I bought another bottle. This fragrance, in my humble opinion, is a masterpiece. So with that being said, I can pretty much see you wearing this fragrance almost year round. I can see you wearing this in the fall, winter, and in the spring. The summertime with the rose, it may be a little cloying. Out of all of the seasons, I probably wouldn't wear it in the summer, but this fragrance, I would not recommend just going to the grocery store and wearing it. This is a very sophisticated, blended, opulent fragrance. I can see wearing this fragrance anywhere formal. in any formal setting, it will work. A lot of times when I spray fragrances, I kind of think, is this a nighttime fragrance? Is this a after 6 p.m. fragrance? Is it a daytime fragrance? I can see you wearing this fragrance really any time of the day. This could be a very nice formal date night fragrance. I can see if you have a friend or a relative or someone getting married, especially like if it's in the outside setting with roses, this fragrance here will most definitely work. I'm just amazed by the blending of this fragrance. Like, this is my first rose fragrance. So, like I said, I was a little apprehensive. Like, should I do this? Should I blind buy this? I did. It's just formulated. It's just top tier from the scent distribution of the atomizer to the smell. You can tell with some fragrances when you spray it, you can tell if there's quality ingredients in it. I mean, I think you can get away with 2 sprays on this. This is a 100 ml bottle. This fragrance is a little bit more on the pricier side. You can purchase Adonis Awakens by Argos for around $275. But the smell, I've never in my life had a fragrance that smelled anything close to this. If you want to try this fragrance, if you don't want to necessarily spend that amount of money, which is most definitely understandable right off the bat, I would recommend getting samples on Argos. You can get different samples for a very nice price. For around, if I believe last time I checked, around $80, $90. You can get up to, like, if I'm not mistaken, around 10 samples to try before you buy. But something about this fragrance really intrigued me and really caught my attention to just be like, hey, YOLO, as they say, when it comes to fragrances like this. But I most definitely am not disappointed. So thank you for checking out today's episode of The Scent Code. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.